wealthy Democrat Stephen Cloobeck says he's tired of the Democratic Party taking a swipe at wealthy people.
Hey, down with the billionaires. We can't stand the rich. A lot of people want to be rich. So is it the right message that the Democrats are going with?
It's so effing wrong.
Whoa.
I've talked to Schumer. I've talked to Wyden. I've talked to Pelosi.
And said what?
And I said, if you use the term billion again, I'm done.
Then are you worried that the Democratic Party is going too far to the left?
So much so, it drives me nuts. So much so, it would make me quit the party. And I've made it very clear, I'll cut your money off. And others will do the same. We've had enough.
So much so, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts that the Democratic Party would care about poor people. I don't care about poor people. None of my friends care about poor people. Who cares about poor people? Then he goes on to make more, whining, complaining more about the Democratic Party and the brand, how it needs to rebuild itself and become a brand more of the billionaire or upper millionaire class like Cloobeck. And you know what? I want to thank you, Cloobeck. Yeah, man, I want to thank you for being so transparent, for letting the whole world know exactly what runs the Democratic Party. In your own words, sir, you will cut the purse strings. That's right. That's who runs the Democrats. I like this. It's a beautiful thing. It's a gift for you to let the whole world know what's really making decisions in the Democratic Party. Guys like Cloobeck. Now, Cloobeck's a rich bastard who's an entitled, pompous, arrogant prick. We all can see that. It's not his fault. He's been able to do whatever he wants to do to whomever he wants to do it to for probably 30, 40 years. I have no idea. Easy to get out of touch when you're like that. Here's the problem. Cloobeck has money. Oh, that changes everything for the Democratic Party because he has money, because we're in a system where money is needed to run. But what if? What if candidates could run as long as they appeal to the voters on issues that really mattered instead of catering to Cloobecks and rich bastards like Cloobeck? If they cater to the people, then they could get funding from the people. That way, they could keep looking in mirrors and not dodging them every morning because they hate who they see. They could look at their children and not feel ashamed because they're sellouts. They could actually be upstanding individuals who support the causes that they support wholeheartedly without hiding behind anything, without worrying about a freaking donation, how they're going to run next term, or any of that nonsense, if they embrace the people. And you know what? I think even guys like Cloobeck, who's awful on so many levels, is so entitled, he is the epitome of a snowflake. How can you be rich and be a freaking snowflake? Come on, Cloobeck. Grow some balls, man. Can't believe you made all that money. You got no nuts, man. What is this? Oh, God, I'm so upset about the Democrats. Listen, one saving grace about Cloobeck, and I want to mention this. Fair is fair. Okay, so we're all familiar with the race in Alabama, right? Turns out Cloobeck is a very interested party in this as well. In fact, he can't stand Roy Moore. Now, Roy Moore, as we know, has been accused of sexual misconduct, sexual assault, and even worse, in the state of Alabama. His candidacy is going up in flames. We have Republicans coming out telling him to step down. Some say even if he wins, they will boot him out. Here goes Cloobeck. If there's an event, I will participate because I have a 14-year-old little girl, and if anyone touched her, I'd kill them. I'd kill them. That's Cloobeck talking about Roy Moore. He also said he finds Roy Moore despicable and said he would gladly direct money to Mr. Jones. Now, Mr. Jones is a Democrat in the race. Cloobeck's going to fund Doug Jones in Alabama to get that seat and help destroy Roy Moore in a system that is bastardized by big money interests such as Cloobeck. Oh, man, I'm pissed off. What's going on with you? Come on now. Be real. These guys can be useful. And unfortunately, Cloobeck is useful. His money's useful. He's not much use, but he's useful with his wallet. We need a politics that does not depend on money, but as long as it does depend on money, people like Cloobeck have undue influence on our politics. It is on full display in this story. I've never seen this so brazenly admitted to, that the Democratic Party is controlled by big donors. Think of the politicians who call out billionaires and millionaires. I can only think of a few. Those are the politicians that are not bought and sold. Cloobeck, come on, man. Just go ahead and be a Republican. If you want the Democratic Party to behave like Republicans, you might as well be a Republican. But if you are a Democrat, fair is fair. Behave like a progressive who wants to end wars, stop sending jobs overseas, legalize marijuana, end mass incarceration, end the failed drug war. You may not make $1 doing it, but it's not like you need to make $1. You got 1 billion of them.